such a big fan.
Woohoo!
Ugly Betty, SGU.
Cool.
Oh my God, I can't believe I'm sitting here talking to you.
Wow, thank you.
So,
There's nowhere to go but down from here. I should just leave because you're just gonna. There's nothing good that can come from that. Like it can only go downhill.
Well, Sci-Fest starts off with you in forwarding address, and it's a fantastic beginning to a wonderful night of programming.
Thank you.
How did you come to the production?
Who approached me first? I think Alan Hooper actually approached me first, casting director, because he and Jeff Greenberg had cast me on Ugly Betty, actually, and we've stayed friends. And he actually, I believe, watched Stargate and was a fan of Stargate as well after that. And then I ended up knowing like a lot of the people involved. Adrian and I have been friends for a while. Once I joined the cast, I started recommending friends, so I recommended Julie McNiven because I think she's a fantastic actress, and any excuse to work with her, I'll just do anyway. Yeah, just kind of got swept up into it.
That's fantastic.
All someone has to say is sci-fi to me, and I'm like, I'm in.
Well, it was interesting when we talked to David Dean Bottrell on our podcast a couple of weeks ago. He mentioned your name as being part of the cast.
Okay.
And I thought, oh, that's fantastic because you've got awesome sci-fi cred, having been part of SGU, very important part of SGU.
Thanks.
How?
Just keep complimenting me.
I'm gonna keep.
This is good. Can we do this every day? Help out my career.
How? When you first read Forwarding Address, what were your initial thoughts about the play?
I loved the Twilight Zone feel of it. I'm a big fan, especially of the original Twilight Zone. Nothing against the remake. I just like my brand of mind screwery is always like the intellectual kind, the Twilight Zone, or even just Japanese horror type things. So I liked the time twist or mind bending psychology twist of it, and it just seemed fun. I hadn't actually read the other ones until we came here, and in fact, I hadn't even seen Kaleidoscope until a couple nights ago. So I would have been in any of these shows in any of them.
They were all fantastic.
Yeah, it's really fun. Yeah.
The time travel aspect of Forwarding Address, with the name like that, I had no idea that it was going to be a time travel story. Yeah. Where do you stand on the time travel idea?
I'm for it.
You're for it. You're all for it. So you think we can actually go back and change time if we get the opportunity?
Oh, where do I stand in that idea?
Do you think time is a solid line and we can't really screw with it? Because I think the play's kind of left open.
Yeah, it is. Well, actually, we joke about that a lot.
Changes.
We joke about Madison, who plays the messenger. We joke all the time about you're kind of screwing yourself. I'm trying to avoid spoilers. People are going to watch this, won't have seen the play, right? Delete everything I just said. We joke about that a lot backstage, but. I subscribe to the theory, kind of the Sam Beckett theory, the quantum leap theory. I think that a lot of things that you could change, I don't know. It's kind of a mix of Back to the Future-ish, where you can change things, but maybe have a little bit to fix it. But
yeah, it is a little bit of the end of the first movie.
Yeah.
Where he gets the letter.
I don't know. I've watched too many to really have a clear stance, because like Millennium. Chris Christopherson in Millennium, like they go so far into the future in order to preserve themselves. I'm like, yeah, but in the future, the perspective of that time travel is you just screwed that up. So I don't know. I don't know where I stand on it. I need to time travel to figure it out.
There you go.
I guess what is that old theory? Grain of sand. You can move a grain of sand, but you can't move something that can actually affect someone else. Like you can throw a rock into the Grand Canyon, but you can't like move a car. Because that will affect too many other ripples along the way.
Oh, in time travel.
Yeah.
The butterfly effect.
Yeah, the butterfly effect. But the problem with
that is... The bigger the change,
but you throw a rock, and then someone trips on that rock. That is a pretty big ripple. Yeah, it's too heady. Sorry.
Yeah. Piece of grain.